Hello, we are live from wherever we are right now. And we are on Witchy Wednesday. Our topic today, which I guess it was very much needed, is a spiritual check-in. We are trying to check in on each other, trying to see what's up, what we're doing, what we can do to make ourselves feel better too. So, yeah, I'm gonna let y'all introduce yourselves. Go ahead, Nikki.
Greetings. And this is your girl, Nikki Chevelle. You can find me on everything with Nikki Chevelle. Okay.
Ew. And then we have
Hi, I'm Jess Tea Cakes. You can find me on IG at Jess Tea Cakes, and there's more links on there. So
awesome. And I am Big Cherry. You can find me at bigbigcherry.com or on Instagram at Gory Curves. So before we jumped in here, I was talking about my situations and things that I'm going through. I was just letting my people know here. I was like, shadow journal workout it brings you into like remembering things from your childhood that you had blocked out completely. And I just want those moments. Let's say hi here to Jamie. Hi, Jamie.
hi.
Hi. Good night. So, let's see. How do we check on each other? What's up? How are we feeling?
Whew. It's been a rough couple weeks. I don't know about y'all, but
I bet.
it's been rough. Spiritually, emotionally, physically, you know. But yeah. What about you, Nikki?
Man, listen. I just got my shadow work book. So I'm not ready. I'm not even gonna hold you. I flipped through it. I was like, oh no.
I'm not gonna lie, I've taken my time to keep going on it, but after today, I'm like, maybe I should like push through definitely.
Yeah.
So I'm very interested in getting myself together. So
Yeah,
I'll probably start working on it tonight. But I would say life is lifing.
life is lifing.
Um,
Welcome here. Hello, Blowfoot. They tell us how's everybody doing. We're doing.
Yeah. We're,
I
we're
would say
singing.
this
We're doing.
Wednesday I had a moment with my about my mom. So eh, so like I said, life is life. But we keeping on for now.
That's good. I um I'm excited. I started a new jobby. It's a social media management jobby. So yay, I'm excited about that. I've been like doing a lot of stuff, like trying to get everything together for the client, and I'm excited.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but definitely getting like not overwhelmed because I don't think it's overwhelming. It's just a matter of like I want to see everything already in the place that I want it to be, and I know it's gonna take time. So I'm trying to be patient. I'm not very good at patience. Hey, Trolley Tropical. Hi. I said Troy Tropical. It's Troy Typical. He said it's now my favorite Witchy BBWs. Hello. Hello, babe.
Hi.
Hello, man. Anyway, so how do we check on each other? What can we do for this? I know that Jess found some information, so
Well, let me pull that up real quick.
yeah.
Okay, so we have all been kind of stressed out recently, right? With something. So life is life, and as Nikki said. So, what's a recent experience that has brought you a sense of peace or connection or joy? And what can you learn from that? Like, what can you take away from that?
Oof. I have a moment that it was with this new gig I got. I am just glad that the person knows me because they told me something that I was like, holy shit, yes, I'm doing that. They were telling me about the needs that they have in the job, right? Like they hired someone, they did an awful job, they don't know what they're doing, they don't take care of them. And with social media management, you have to kind of care about the client to make it like, you know,
Mhm.
be like them and actually stay on their personality, I guess. And I was like, well, it's obvious that these people don't care. Let me help you with this and that. And I even told them, like, I feel secure. I can help you with this, maybe not with that. Like, I was being very realistic because it's a friendship that I have with the person, right?
Mhm.
But I got to a point where they were telling me, I'll pay you this and I want you to do that. And I was like, okay, I will help you and I'll do whatever you need me to. Like, it doesn't have to be a gig, but like, like I was trying to be like, I don't want to force you into working with me. And then they told me, why do you keep talking yourself out of this job? Like, he basically told me, like, why do you keep talking yourself out of this? I know you can do this. You show me you can do this. And when he told me that, I was like, damn, like, I do that. Like, I know I can do it, but on the same way that I'm telling you I can do this and that, I tell you, oh, let me just prove it to you, or don't give me the job. I can just, you know what I mean? And
That sounds like me.
yeah, so I appreciated that the person was like, talking about this for a while. You've been showing me little by little how you can do this, but I feel like you keep talking yourself out of an option for me. And I was like, no, let's do it. Fuck it, let's do it. And that's when he said, okay, we'll start on October 1st. Fuck it. And I'm like, okay. And I got excited because it's like I wanted that job. I just whenever I would have the opportunity to pitch myself, I would immediately be like,
Is this someone we both know?
yes, yes.
Because nothing. We'll talk after. We'll talk after.
Yeah. But yes, that is the person.
Congratulations!
Anyway, what is something that y'all have learned or Troy said it's tropical now.
You said something that I'm learning or have learned.
Like, what's brought you like peace, and like, what are you like learning from it? Like,
to sit with my emotions when it comes with my mom.
Mm.
To sit there and actually process everything, how I'm feeling in the moment, what brought this moment, why am I here? I would say the last one that I had, I was just in the bathroom and all of a sudden just I'm like, what the hell? But I allowed myself to feel it and work through it and say, okay, all right, this is I don't
I'm not
I
gonna
don't
lie,
like
but
the
that
space.
brings me a lot of moments of that. I don't know if it's like for me, it's when I'm showering. Like I'm like, oh yeah.
Yes. And I was just like, what the hell? But I allow myself to feel it. I allow myself to say, it's okay, you miss her.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You miss her and you can't get her back. But allow yourself to miss her. Um that's it really. And allow myself to get back outside and commingle with humans. Because once my mom had got sick, I stopped going. Really, I went out, but I didn't go out as much as I did before she got sick.
Yeah.
So, a step towards that was going to celebrate my cousin turned 40.
Hmm.
And when he saw me, he was like, oh, you got Nikki at the house?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm here. I'm here." But to just be able to celebrate with him, it was like, okay, we need to do this more often.
Yeah.
So
That's good. What about you, Jess?
Involves my romantic life or lack thereof now, but
welcome to the single side. It's okay. It's
yeah.
okay.
So the person that I ended things with, rightfully so, it uncovered like a shadow work route that I needed to look at, which was like, I'm not okay being a secret. And I've
Mm-hmm.
been a secret my whole life, like literally since that I was born. Like, and that like hit me. I'm like, I don't know why I seek out I'm always been a secret in my relationships. And like
Oh.
it's just, even to like my own family. So
Okay, pause. Now, when you say seeker, can you define that for me?
secret, like
Did you say secret or seeker? Like you always
like I'm a secret, like I'm
Okay,
hidden.
secret. Okay, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, like not to get into too much of the trauma, but like my mom had me with someone she didn't like, and she got pregnant, and she told him it was that I wasn't his, and then he went about his life and got married. But he did the thing where he told his wife that that he married that he was a virgin. So 4 years later, my mom comes looking for child support. My mom's passed now, but thank you, Mom, for setting this up for me. But
Yeah.
she, they did the DNA test and I was his. And, it became like a dirty little secret thing because his wife resented him for having me when he said he was a virgin. So,
Oh.
he was like court ordered to see me. And when he would pick me up, he would just drop me off at his parents' house.
Oh,
And
wow.
I have a brother and sister on that side that didn't know about me until I was 29 years old. So I was a secret always, and I've always been a secret in all of my relationships. Like no one's ever been like, this is my person.
Right.
Like I've always been super proud
Would
of
you like to be my person? Come on.
Oh, that sucks. I was
So-
just thinking, like, I saw an influencer and I was like, I want Jess to be treated like that. Like, there's this couple that are like all out, and he's like loves this girl. And okay, anyway,
yeah, like I want
your
someone.
way up.
So the reason why that brought me peace was because I like let it click. I'm like, damn, I'm like trying to like make up for something that isn't my fault.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's good.
Ooh, ooh, girl,
Right.
get out. I'm not doing this book because see, y'all not about to have me.
But it makes you come to conclusions like that.
Oh.
It's
I have heard Jamie said something about if any of us use pendulums, he just got some runes and is learning to read them. That's interesting.
Yeah,
Ooh,
so pendulums.
Crystal pendulums.
Yeah. So a pendulum, I use a spirit board, similar to a Ouija board, but I don't mess with Ouija boards, but as a spirit board, and I used a pendulum, and that was actually the first time I ever have contacted spirit.
Ooh.
And I used it quite frequently, and like I just don't like connect with it anymore, but I learned how to do that before I did tarot.
Oh wow. That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh. This is very interesting. Like I look forward, Nikki, to see what you uncover with yours because
Yeah. I know it's scary, Nikki. I was so freaking scared. Like
girl.
I literally had my book for like 6 months.
yeah. But when you start uncovering
thanks. Just throw that out there. I have off for 6 months before I cracked it open.
but like when you start thinking about those things, it's like, is it hard to think about it and like be like, damn, that sucked and that shouldn't happen to me? Sure. But it also helps you like understand your behavior better, and it helps you try to avoid doing things that would be based on that. Like it takes you out of that ignorance, you know what I mean? Like it's just like when you get a diagnosis of a mental health disorder, like knowing about it, it helps you actually do better with it,
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like it's difficult, but you don't want to keep ignoring it.
It's like you already knew you had it, but like having it confirmed was like, okay, now I can like really get to the root of it.
Yeah,
Like,
that's for sure. Which is funny because like my sibling, my brother, has been going through a lot of therapy and everything too, and he's been like much more like I guess in contact with his emotions, and he also has ADHD. He just got diagnosed too, which I'm glad that he got diagnosed at this age, which if I'm 35 is 25. I got diagnosed at 30, so at least he did it a little earlier. But he's also been like throwing little jabs in the family of being like, hey, I learned a lot of toxic little traits from my family. Hope y'all are healing from your trauma too, to me and my sister. And we're like, okay, we know it's just hard to hear it, from someone else. Because it was an Instagram message where he put it was a meme that talked about like learning manipulative behavior, like learning to manipulate people, learning to like being very not sneaky, but being very smart with how you control other people. And he added a comment saying, I learned all of these things from my mom, and my sisters know about this too, and hope you're all healing from your trauma. And I was like, damn, dude, we know. And I say that all the time. I literally say jokingly all the time, I learned how to manipulate people because my mother taught me how to do it all my life. Ooh. I always say that.
Hate that I relate.
Yeah, but it's hard because then you got your mom calling you and being like, your brother's like right now all up in his feelings all the time. And I'm like, well, as a person who understands what he's going through, I will tell you why this bothers him. And like, I do it in another way. Like, I don't go like, you're this, and that, but it's just hard. It's hard, but it also, I don't know. I think it helps because it's bringing the conversation. It's bringing us a little closer, I guess. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable, but it's necessary.
Very uncomfortable. That's for sure.
At least you're able to have that conversation.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Because now, you know what I'm saying, once they're gone, it's like, dang, now how I won't have this conversation. So now I have to figure out how to say or how to process this information and going on about my business.
Yep. Yeah. I'm right there with Nikki.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. It's not easy. That's for sure.
Oh, no, it's not.
Yeah, I was just getting to the healing with my mom.
Yeah.
Come on. Come say that. Me and my mom was just getting to a place right before she got sick. And it was like, and I'm not even going to hold you. That was one of the times I said, yo, God, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like you know how I feel about this relationship. How this relationship means everything to me. And the one time, the chance, the opportunity that we are finally in a place where I can call her and we have conversation and we can laugh and joke and we can be around each other, you snatch her from me.
Mm-hmm. Can I tell you something that my therapist told me? That after my mom had passed, I was obviously upset with my therapist, who knew I had a very complicated relationship with her. And we were working towards, like, me and my therapist were working towards me, like, healing that relationship with her. And when I told my therapist, I like started bawling. I'm like, now I don't get a chance to heal that relationship. She goes, you sure can. It just looks different now.
Yeah.
It's just different.
I can imagine. I'm sorry, you can go ahead.
Yeah, it's just gonna have to be spiritual and not physical. Like,
I was just gonna say that I can imagine how frustrating it can be to know that there was the potential of having a much better relationship and not being able to see it through. Because it's easier, like for me, for example, I feel like it's easier for me to try to have that conversation with my family now. And if people blow up and we can work it out, then okay, whatever. But at least you know that you tried, But when you're in the middle of it and that potential, you can see it, but you don't see it through. Yeah, I can see how that's very frustrating.
Yeah.
That's
you feel robbed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah. Oh.
And the guilt can be a lot, but that's something I had to. That's the first thing I worked on was guilt when
Yeah.
it came to grieving.
That's
So
insane. But I'm glad you have that. Like, I know you've always said that it bothers you to be a secret, but and I've always said that you don't deserve that. Like, do you know how many people would love to be parading you around and being like, that's my, you know,
Yeah.
like there is those people. But you go into like you being not being okay with it, but like accepting it in some way, and now realizing why, because that's a realization right there. You had not said that before.
yeah,
That is big. That is so big.
yeah. I won't accept anything less. So
Y'all heard it. It's,
Woohoo!
you're gonna have to make a couple's account and post them every day, pay for promo pics, and be like, "This is my boo." And y'all gotta do that. That's the minimum right now. That's the bar
that's bare minimum. Yeah, like
right now.
Not a couple's account. Oh Lord.
Also,
yeah,
cringy ass couples
yeah, like
like
yeah.
TikToks together and shit. I will take no less.
I've always just like wanted to do shit like that. I know like people are like, oh, it's just social media, it doesn't matter. And I'm like, but it matters to me. Like, I'm proud of who I'm with. Like,
Yeah. Like I want to be cute with my person. The fuck? Yeah, no, for real. Yeah, I understand that. Be cute, be overbearing. I mean, not overbearing. I'm
I
sorry.
mean, I get it because I'm a my husband, y'all to death when I get a husband, okay?
yeah, you better.
Like my husband said.
And you're gonna be like this with your ring all day. Like, hello.
Exactly.
Every time I gotta do something, you're gonna see it, okay?
That's crazy. But yeah, that's good. That's good.
Okay, so I'm just looking at this list.
Oh yeah. What else? What another know that question you got for us, Chris?
Ooh, this one might be hard, and we kind of touched on it a little bit,
Oh,
like with forgiving ourselves. But okay, what's the concept of forgiveness to you? Like, is there someone or something you need to forgive or to find inner peace?
before we jump into that one, let's say hi to Carrie. Hey, Carrie. Is
Hey,
it
Carrie.
talking about the cute couples overboard things? Yes, we need that. We really need that for Jess. We're gonna find someone for Jess. What does forgiveness?
Yeah, like what is forgiveness to you? Like, do you need it in order to find inner peace? Like,
No, I've always said that for me to be peace, like to feel peace towards a situation, I have to know that I personally have done everything I can to make it work. And after I've done that, it doesn't matter what the other person has done. I feel at peace with myself because I know I tried. That's
yeah,
usually how I am with like friendships, with relationships, with even work, like everything. Like I usually am like, I'll take it and I am not okay with this and all that, but I usually like push it to a point where I feel like, okay, I tried everything. I gave them all of the opportunities to show me who they truly were, and there's just no going back. And I can get to a point where I move on from it and I'm okay. Like I'm chill. I experienced that. Like the biggest person I've experienced it with is with my father. Like I had a fight with him when I was 27 that it was so bad, and that I had already done so much through my whole life to be a good daughter to him and like to respect him, even though he was such a shit to me. You know what I mean? And it got to a point where I couldn't do anything else. And I said, okay, that's it. And I'm okay. And I moved on, and I've never had to feel like reaching out. I've never had to do any of that. The only people that I think about is my siblings that are with him. But that's them. It's not about him. And to the point where when they reached out to me and they were like, we will come and see you and hang out and all that, because they live in my city. But they said with him, I said no. I really do not want anything to do with him. When y'all are ready to come to me, just you, like it's something about wanting a relationship with me, and I was at peace with that. Like I was literally like, I could have compromised there, but I was like, no, I'm okay.
Yeah.
And as obviously I still need therapy about all the situations I went through and everything, but I definitely have forgiven him. Not I've forgiven the situation because I know I tried everything. That's
Yeah.
me.
See, I used to go like for most of my life, like thinking that forgiveness meant like you have to forgive the bad thing that the bad person did to you. Like I literally thought that for a long time. Like it was like a weird concept to me. And I'm like, why do I have to forgive this bad
That's
thing?
religious forgiveness for you.
Yeah. So like I felt a lot of that
Yeah.
for a long time. And then now I'm just figuring out, thankfully, that it's more so like forgiving yourself for, holding on to like anger and frustration at the person who's hurt you when they're not going to do anything to change. No
Yeah.
matter how much they said they're sorry, if they're not showing you actual change and growth,
Yeah.
then forgiveness cannot happen with them. Like
I
it
feel
has
like
to be
the
with
thing
yourself.
I feel like one of the things that one has to forgive themselves also is for how did I, when people say like how did you allow yourself to be in that situation, like you cannot think on yourself like that, because I know I've taken shit from people that I normally wouldn't, but because I had a relationship that I appreciated at that point, I tolerated it.
Mm,
But like it was because I'm not trying to give up on everyone, like for every little thing. And it escalates sometimes, and you don't it gets to a point where you don't know where to stop it. But
yeah,
once you do, you should forgive yourself for allowing that to get to the point it did, because you were trying. Like that's what I'm saying. It's like you were trying everything you could to make it work. You gave them opportunities.
that's the big one I had for myself was like back to back. I had two baby daddies that were just, I won't get into it, but just
Mhm.
not good for me. Not a good situation. And like whenever I would speak about it, people were like, "Well, why were you with them? Why did you have a baby with them?" I'm like, "Because they presented a different version of themselves to me."
Yeah.
And like when it happened twice in a row, albeit 6 years apart, but still it was like, wow, I really did this shit again. Like I had to like forgive myself for like falling for it again. And it's just like, okay, well, I learned my lesson. It won't happen again. But still, it's like I really have to forgive myself.
Yeah. Mary said maybe a road trip to Chicago. Are you talking about finding someone that flaunts around Jess on the road trip, like a hitchhiker?
Yeah, there's no red flags there at all.
Oh gosh. He's Troy said I'm lacking. No, you're not, baby. I just haven't posted it, but we definitely have done videos and pictures that are super cute with each other. Carrie said, yes, you have to set boundaries. There's unhealthy baggage. And they said, I fell in love with a representative, not the actual person. That's actually like a key
Yeah,
thing. Yes, like people put up a persona for whatever situation. And when that comes all out and you realize that's not on you, like you didn't know that that's what you were getting into at the end of the day. And I don't know, like people react to this kind of things a lot, like victim blaming. You know what I mean? And I don't like that, because it's like, you know what, we all could have done that. We all could have fallen for that. Obviously.
hmm.
Nikki, what about you? What does forgiveness look like for you?
Mm, to be honest, I don't know, because I feel like I have forgave people for things, and when in all actuality, I just buried it.
Mm.
I didn't acknowledge it. It was like, hey, it is what it is. Ain't nothing I can do about it. This situation, because I'm not in the position to say anything. So, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, just bury it and keep it pushing. So to
Yeah.
actually say what is forgiveness for me, I can't tell you. I
'Cause
can't.
it looks like it's just pain.
A lot of it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing what you said of like it is what it is and all that. Like that's exactly what Jess was telling before. Like you think it's like forgiving the bad things, and I don't think for me like that's not forgiveness for me. I think we all always should acknowledge like you did something fucked up or this some if something fucked up happened to me, and I know it was like I'm not going to sugarcoat it or act like it wasn't. How do we go from here? Like that's what I think about that. Like
I
just being like, okay, yeah,
I
that was
also think is too um the consequences of what that thing was. How did it play out? You know what I'm saying? And now that certain, I know for me, certain events that have happened,
mm-hmm.
I the person that was, I wanted to know the truth, is no longer here.
Mm,
But will I ever know? You know what I'm saying? Like it's just so
yeah,
much um to unpack.
yeah,
Giving someone grace and forgiving them. And it's not for them, but for you holding it on and you using it as your crutch. It's like, I don't know if I want to forgive. I don't know if this person deserves my grace.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that is where I am
Is
at.
that I don't think everyone deserves grace or one to tell them it's so good and make them feel better about themselves. I don't think everyone does. I
No.
honestly do believe that forgiveness should be more about yourself than giving other people an opportunity to feel better about their bad actions. I really do think that. And it make me sound like a little like a dick or insensitive or whatever, but I feel like it actually helps them if they know they lost that relationship with a person or they messed up, and it makes them better in the long run that if they get forgiven for everything and they think they can just, gain someone else's forgiveness for the next time they do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think in the long run, like being all nice about it and giving too much grace, it's more damaging than anything, especially to other people. I don't know if y'all it's happened to y'all, like that you let something pass from a person and then you see them do it to someone else and you feel guilty because you
Yeah.
could have avoided that. You know what I mean? Like you feel like you could have avoided that, and even though you didn't do anything bad.
But also, like, a sick part of me was also like, it wasn't me. They are doing it again. Like, this is
Yeah,
like proof that they're the
yeah.
problem. Like,
No, but it makes me feel like I at least personally it makes me feel better that if I see someone jumping into a possible situation that I've already been through, like I will be that person that will go to you and be like, listen, things may have changed, but this is what I experienced. Take it however you want,
Hmm.
but I'm doing this for my own feelings of not feeling guilt if it happens to you. I
yeah.
want you to know that that's it.
I think it's a case by case basis. Like,
Oh,
obviously, if the person's like an abuser or something, like, obviously warn someone. But if it's like petty shit, like, okay, well, this is a canon event. I can't stop it. Like,
yeah, it definitely is by it
yeah.
depends on the situation for sure. But I feel like there's a lot of times that I feel like I get a little mad sometimes if I know that someone knew some information that could have been helpful for me to notice a pattern
Oh,
in
yeah.
someone. So I'm like, I just, I try to look out for the other people too, because I would appreciate that for sure. Like even if I go like, I'm good, thank you. It still is like it stays on the back of your mind, and you kind of like recognize patterns better.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I had that happen recently. Somebody messaged me and they're like, "Hey, I noticed you're talking to so and so. I just like want to let you know, like, they are known for being like abusive, and I was just like, oh, I'm not okay with that. So I just like silently left that situation.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I know that's good. Like I feel like we should all look out for each other for sure.
Yeah.
Even if it's just like, at the end of the day, people can change. Things can be different, that's for sure.
Yes.
But and obviously there can be people that are lying or exaggerating things or are being petty, all of that. But just the action of letting someone know that information so they can do with it what they want,
Yeah.
just can be very helpful. It can avoid a lot of things. So,
Just as long as you're not doing it, not saying you, but I'm just saying as long as someone's not doing it out of
malicious.
like like a manipulation or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I ain't got time for that.
Yeah. No. We're too grown.
So what's the next question?
So I have been seeing like a lot of synchronicities lately. Like, for me, it's a lot of numbers. I'm seeing a lot of, I was born 8188. So I've been seeing like 811 on the clock, 818. Like,
I always catch my birthday 4747.
oh, wow. Yeah. I'm also seeing like 555 a lot. Like,
change is coming.
yeah. And like a couple of my friends, like, have been seeing 5552, and we're like, oh my God, like, just you saying that is like a synchronicity for me. Like, so it's really cool to me that for a while I was like in a really big depressive slump. I feel like the past couple months I don't even know where time went because I've just been in like a weird slump, and like I didn't tap in spiritually like I should have been, because for me that's what makes me feel elevated and in tune with myself is when I'm doing my spiritual practices. And one way that I personally feel that the synchronicities, like the angel numbers and stuff, that's showing me like, okay, you're doing it, you're going, like you're getting out of it, you're climbing out of the hole finally. And yeah, that's for me. But
That's cool. I think I the other day I was looking at stuff and I was like, oh, I'm seeing like like numbers being repeated a lot, but I don't know what any of them mean. We haven't done the numerology
yeah.
yet. We haven't on the list, but we haven't done it. So I was like, oh, okay. But I saw 2222. I remember that one very well. But I've been seeing a lot of like numbers repeated, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. Don't know what it means yet, but but yeah, I've seen a couple. I've seen a couple that I've thought of. I actually like I forget, but I was like, I should write it down and try to consult my witches about it. But yeah, that's cool. We've all been seeing. What about you, Nikki? Have you been seeing any? You said
555. I always wake up in the. Well, I'm always up during the thinning of the veil. So between the hours of 2 and 6 or 2 and 5, whichever one you consider. I also have been paying attention. So I have a dog. And paying attention to how he moves, because animals are very spiritual.
Yeah.
Just like your cat is telling you, kiss my ass.
She's literally just like purring and just like trying to get my attention.
She like, cause you're not paying attention to me.
Look at that. You know what the tail was like.
So,
oh god. Had like a whole fit, like thumping and thumping and thumping, and I'm like, what is that?
I actually had a crow the other day crowing outside of my window. So,
I can't. I have a phobia of those.
So I love the crow. If you really do your research about the crow, The crow is not bad.
Oh wait, the crow. You were saying that you had a frog croak, like a croaking, like
No, no,
doing a
no.
frog.
A crow. The bird. The bird. The bird.
Okay, the crows I'm fine with. It's the frogs that I can't deal with.
Oh, no, 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 no.
We good.
So I took that ass, and I have had a crow. I haven't heard one in a long time. So to hear one, I was like, I peeked my head out like, okay, they're not on my balcony, but they're somewhere close. So I took that as a let's get it. It's time.
Have you ever seen people, like I've seen it on TikTok and stuff, where they wanted to make friends with the crows, so they would leave them like a little treat, but like a shiny thing next to the treat for them, and like slowly over time the crows would like trust the person, and then the crows started bringing that person objects, gifts.
Huh.
I was just like, that's crazy. I love that.
That is.
I said if I ever was resurrected, I want to be a crow. If I came back, hey, I want to be a crow. I want to go cawing in people's doorway.
You wanted my attention. Now you like want to get away.
So that was one, and then I had a wasp as well. So I've really been paying like what? So yes, that's what I've been noticing lately.
Okay. That's cool.
I need my arm back, Domino.
The what?
I was telling the cat I need my arm back.
Oh.
Let's see. How much time we got? Okay. Have you Okay, what's something that like doesn't have to be recent, but like just like a story where like your intuition was like so spot on, like you felt crazy and you were like gaslighting yourself, but it ended up being like true. I mean, this is hard because like you don't want to like get
literally the situation I told y'all about before joining us.
For me, it's usually like if someone's cheating, like I'm usually right. Like,
no, I'm very good with those. I'm very good with those. I think I told y'all about that one too. That I was like, you are married. You are married. You have to be married. And the person was like, no. Gave chances over and over and over to give me like moments that I would be like, you can tell me anything. Like I'll be fine. I will not react badly. I promise you. Like just let me know. And the person's like, no. Up and down. I saw a picture of the person. They were like, no, that's my sister. Like it's like, yeah, it was like crazy. And then I found out that yes, they were indeed married and all of that. And I was like, I knew it. I just knew it. And there was no reason for me to know except for, I don't know, intuition. Because there literally was nothing that was telling me that, you know? But I still had it in my mind. I was like, okay, maybe you get to a point where you're like, you know what? Maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe I'm just making it up. But time and time again, it just gets confirmed. And it feels so good when, you know, you're not even mad. It's like, thank you. Like, I fucking knew. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a piece of knowing that your intuition was right.
Sometimes I play like a dangerous game and I will just be like, I don't have proof yet, but I'll go to the person. I'll just be like, hey, I'm just gonna let you know I know everything and you should like tell me the truth. And then like everything they tell me is like confirmed. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Jason, we answer this question every show. Yes. I'm going, Nikki's trying. We're going to Exotica, yes.
Oh, Exotica.
Yeah.
Unless he want to pay for me.
Right. Are you volunteering yourself to bring some of the girls to Exotica? Because that's different. You know, like you can ask them a different way.
You know. Now if you donating funds, then I will be there with bells on, honey.
Yeah, I am currently gonna. I am considering not. I'm considering just going for the weekend right now. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do the whole ride, but I'm trying. But I'm definitely gonna be there for the event itself, for the show itself. So yeah, let's see. One final question.
Do you have any, or should I pull it up?
Oh, you tell me. I don't know.
Okay, so, hmm.
Ew.
What?
No, I looked up like quickly. I was like, oh, spiritual checking questions, blah blah, right? And it's all like very, very religion focused. Yeah.
What is your vision for your personal growth and spiritual development in the coming year? What steps do you think you need to achieve it?
Huh. Hmm.
Removing myself out the way and allowing myself to be vulnerable with myself. Um, Allowing myself the grace and the space to actually confront and work through the things that I haven't let go. Uh, and it's crazy because what's this? This is October.
Yeah.
It's 6 months before my 40th. So this is the time, you know what I'm saying, to really wipe the slate clean, get it together because 40 we going into a new is a new era.
Love that.
It's the end of the old, beginning of the new. So
And just you voicing that now, that's the first step.
yeah.
Yeah.
Whew. I'm nervous.
Weird, my moonstone just fell out of my necklace like just now.
For me, let me see. I think in part, kind of what Nikki said, like the whole getting out of your way, because like I always say, like I know I can do things, I just always keep like talking myself out of them. Um, but also like being more like every time we get on this, like every time we talk about rituals and everything, there's always the whole do this with purpose. And I feel like that's mine. Like I feel like I want to have more purpose on everything I do. And like, you know, like not just do things, but like set intentions and like take a moment to be like, I'm doing this because I want to get to this place, and manifest all those things. So I think that's where I'm like trying to be better in the next year, knowing that putting that intention, it has power, is one of the things that I'm working on. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Good.
me. Yeah. But also one final question. Yeah, one final question from this. We will talk about one more thing after it because we are closing the show soon. But
Yeah.
So, anyway, what about you?
So I feel I've been working on my mental health for quite a few years now, and I feel like that's like never ending. But I feel like now it's like I really need to like focus on like my overall wellness. And that includes physical, emotional, spiritual, everything. And I feel kind of overwhelmed by all that, obviously. So it's like I'm not quite sure what step to take first, but like part of it is just like Nikki said, get out of my own way, like, and it's just part of that for me is like I literally like tell myself just do it. Like I say it out loud. You just do it. Get up. Just do it. Like so part of it's just like hyping myself up, stopping the negative self-talk, catching myself if I'd start the negative self-talk, because negativity is addicting. Like,
Yeah.
it's like anything that's bad for you, it's addicting. Like, it like comforts your fears, and I'm tired of comforting my fears. I'm ready to water my garden and like grow. Like, my fears got enough attention.
Come on now.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I want to level up. I'm ready.
Okay. I love that.
Me too. I want to be able to lose the weight that I carry spiritually,
Mm-hmm.
so that way I can manifest losing the weight physically. I feel like the weight that I carry is I try to lose physically, but how can I lose it physically if I still carry it?
I'm literally working right now. I was just making a deal for a collaboration. So that's good. Anyway, I'm excited about that kind of thing. Let's see.
I agree, Nikki. Like, it's not just physical. That's weighing you down.
Mm-hmm.
You got to work on the whole thing. Yeah.
So acknowledging all the things that we've already um that we know that we have to work on and everything. What is one thing that I think we've had this conversation before, but a small accomplishment that you had this week that you were like, yay, just to end on a positive note. Look at Jess.
I didn't murder anybody.
I didn't murder anyone.
That's always a good accomplishment,
I
honey.
mean, that's great. That's I'm glad we all. I think we all accomplished that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you didn't, it's okay. Let me know later. I'll keep it. I'm not a snitch. We
Realizing that it's the small things that count. Like I got my hair. I did my hair.
Ew.
It looks great.
And thank you. Because I was looking through some old pictures, and I was like, dang, I used to do my hair all the time. Like, you never caught me with my hair not done because I did it. And it was like, why did you stop? And of course, I know why I stopped. And I was like, well, time to get it back. So I was like, okay, let's get it together. So I feel better, when your hair done, you feel better. You know what I'm saying? So
your hair holds energy,
Well, great, because mine is braided up under this, honey. Okay. I ain't got to do it. I could just boom and go. Okay.
I just put this hair on, so.
I mean, I can't talk. This is a clip on, so.
This is so my hair is braided and it's crocheted.
Well, that looks really good.
Love it.
So
love it.
Oh, it made me feel like I should be Rick James for Halloween.
Oh gosh,
cocaine is a hell of a drug.
That's all I can think about is Dave Chappelle show now. Like,
I love that. So I love that because it's little things. That's for sure. They just add up, and like you do one little thing and it makes you feel better, and you do another little thing and like it's really good. I already talked about like my new gig I got, which I'm very excited about because it's allowing me to do the things that I love doing, but getting paid for it. Which, hey, we need that. You know what I mean? Like it's good to feel appreciated by people paying you for your job. And like that's great. But one little thing that I did do that it has me like, okay, this is gonna be great. Is I painted a wall in my studio here. Like I'm trying to make it like a content room and all. And I've been forever like reorganizing and organizing because I have so much that I have to like go through. But at this point, like I took a wall and I painted it, and I started painting in the middle. I'm gonna do like, it's not a mural, it's like checkered pieces, you know what I mean? And I'm doing like a little design on it, and I was like, that's gonna be like my content corner of like me making videos and stuff, like to have always a place in the house that looks cute that I can make my little videos of. And I know that that will help me into creating better content and all that. So I was like, okay, I love that. We already are on it. Right now I'm just like using the scotch tape. I was waiting for it to arrive from Amazon to finish painting all the squares, but that's my little hey.
Woohoo!
What about you? Yes. Other than not murdering.
I've had a lot of like uncomfortable conversations with my ex, and we're working through things. You know, things still need to be discussed, and you know, I am proud of myself for, you know, even though I messaged some people I shouldn't have to get some information, I was honest to him about it. And I was like,
Yeah.
just to let you know, I've been messaging people to get some truth, but then I just left it alone. I was like, you know what? I actually don't need to know. So because it's just gonna end up hurting me more. And it's like I had to walk away from it.
I get the need to like confirm that feeling that you have. Like it really feels really good.
Yeah.
But for you to actually get to the point where you're like, I actually don't need to do that. Like I'm okay.
Yeah, like I heard it from him, but I wanted to hear from the other women. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, you know, I don't need to. I don't want to be messy. I'm
Yeah.
tired of that.
That's
Like
good.
it's like I already know. Like it's done.
Yeah. From what you've told me, I fucking know. I'm like, yeah, I fucking know too. Shit. I don't need no one to. I don't need. I was gonna be like, send me his name. I'm gonna do the FBI shit. I can.
And I will do it.
I will reverse search every image.
Oh, trust me.
but you know what? If you know, you already know. Like it's not even. And the thing is that if we cannot provide you any truth, it's more proof that it actually there's something, you know.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is that it could be worse than what you think. So
yeah, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna hurt myself.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to hurt anymore. I just want to move on. Like,
I get how like confirming those things helps you move on a little, but it does take you to a place where like that's all you can think about, and it's healthy. So
like I had to pull myself out many times, and I was very proud of myself. So
that's great. I'm proud of you for that. So proud of you. Yeah.
Thank you, Karen.
Like that is great, and this was a great episode. I'm glad we checked in with each other. Let's check in more often. Y'all know, like we definitely have been going through a lot. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I know you both have. So, and everyone in the chat, please send very positive energies to each other, especially energy, please. Like physically, we've all been going through something. Emotionally and spiritually and everything, but definitely physically too. So please send your positive energy. I don't know how to. So, because we did have to reschedule our last episode because of that, and yeah, it's been a lot, yeah. But yeah, well, Phil, keep your energy up. Yes, please keep your energy up and share with other people. Like, just give it a thought and just be like, that person is doing well. Hello, Whitney. Thank you for showing up tonight. And thank you, everyone, for being here. We are Nikki Chevelle. Wait, let me. Good night.
All right, you guys. You can find me at Nikki Chevelle on IG, Twitter, Snapchat, and YouTube.
And yes,
Just Tea Cakes. You can find me on IG at Just Tea Cakes.
And you can find me at bigcherry.com or at Burry Curves on Instagram. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Goodbye. Bye.